Just across the Hudson from downtown Manhattan, we welcome you inside MetLife Stadium, East Rutherford, New Jersey. All right, we're just about set for football. The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Here's 1st and 10. Right to the air from the 30 on the first play. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. On the handoff, here comes Hall. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
Go! Now they'll set up to throw. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. And open downfield, it's Johnson. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
Just a short gain to the 33-yard line. Second down and 8. He'll drop to throw. A hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete. Trying to set up that screen, but the rush got there too quickly. 7th play of this opening drive, and here's 3rd down. Back to throw. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better...
And this is blocked.
So they clearly have a beat on this kicking unit. Now, there's 2 ways to do it. They either have a tip on the long snapper or the holder. But either way, in this case, they're able to time the snap count perfectly, gain an advantage on the outside, and come away with a huge block.
Opening carry of the game for the versatile Christian McCaffrey. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
They'll go back to McCaffrey on 1st down. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that 1st down. A good spot here. 2nd and a yard. They run once more with McCaffrey. And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. They'll lose a couple of yards on that one.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the 1st down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
The Niners will use the first of their timeouts. Here's 3rd and 2. And the Giants here will use the first of their timeouts. Now a 3rd and 2. They need 2. Here's Purdy. He's got his tight end, Kittle. 14 on the pickup. First down, 49ers. Now, a handoff to McCaffrey. Nice gain on first down, but the penalty flags come in. And the question now, will the play stand? Throwing is Purdy. Ayuk makes the catch right side. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as, my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
He'll be wrapped up there down at the 3-yard line. 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's Purdy. And he kept that play alive as long as he could, but the rush eventually gets to him and takes him down.
If there's one positive remaining, it's the fact that they're still in scoring position. But with the way they've been able to move the ball down here in the red zone, they're thinking 6. But after that last sack, their chances of converting here for a touchdown have gotten a lot more difficult.
Pass caught by Pearsall.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line.
And he's not going to get there. They stopped him at the goal line. It's a turnover on downs.
And here we have a real gutsy call here, Mike, early in this game offensively. I think you're giving up a surefire field goal attempt, but at the same time, you're demonstrating to your players, hey, offense, I have a lot of trust in you, and let's see if they have this same approach as the rest of this game plays on.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. He'll look to throw. This is intercepted. Picked off by Giamador Lenore.
So not a lot of yards on the return, Mike, but that's okay. The number one thing, end up with the ball in your hands. And in this case, mission accomplished, and his guys are headed off the field to celebrate.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. The throw, left side, complete to Pearsall. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that any time a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here. Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Purdy now on 2nd down. That's over the middle. And now he loses the football.
So even though they avoid the turnover, this is still a play that they're going to coach hard off of. They're going to bring guys into the meeting room next week and say, hey guys, we're not always going to be so fortunate. The ball is not always going to bounce our way. Anybody who handles the ball from the center to the quarterback to any of the ball carriers, the most important aspect of team offense is protecting the ball at all costs.
So now, after the interception, a sudden change situation. First and goal. And they'll run here with McCaffrey. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. Each quarterback. So the ball still at the 8-yard line for second down and goal. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. That's taken in by Jennings. And he's in. Jawan Jennings. Touchdown, 49ers. It's his 4th touchdown on the year. Greg, they take advantage of the good field position and move it downfield for the score.
When you take the field as an offense, there's a little added confidence boost, Mike, when you see yourself this close to the end zone. You get into the huddle, you're anxious to see what the next couple plays are. They're able to take advantage and end up punching it in.
The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
Come 19, tag!
Now, faking the give. He'll look deep here for Neighbors. That one on the former number 7 overall pick back in 2022, Evan Neal.
Go!
They'll look to throw. That is caught downfield. It's Johnson, the tight end.
How fast things can flip. You find yourself in first and a mile after taking a penalty on first down. But that chunk play there in the passing game now gets them back in sequence with the chains and brings up a more manageable second down.
And he's going to take this past the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
Slot man in motion left. Throwing now from the gun. That's to the running back. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. The Niners have got it.
Something these running back coaches preach all the time, Mike, is you can't sacrifice the ball for additional yardage, and I think we had a case of that going here. I love the effort. I love the fight. But it can't come at the expense of the ball. Everything in football is about protecting the ball itself, and in this case, just a little bit too loose with it. They're able to pop it loose, and that's a big turnover.
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes. Brian Burns, the former Panther, in there for the sack.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should.
And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
Haven't even reached halftime yet, and we see this quarterback just continue to put the ball in harm's way and make bad decisions. He's lucky it didn't add another interception to his stat sheet, and as they approach halftime here, they got to regroup, and he's going to have to make better decisions here in the second half.
Oh, and now look at this. It's a fake. That is down the field and caught. And it's a very nice return. He has given the offense a short field. Not only did they convert on fourth down, they picked up a quarter of the field. A gain of 25. On the handoff, McCaffrey. And let's give him about 4 on that one. Javon Holland up to make the tackle. Here's 2nd and 6. Play fake to McCaffrey. Now Purdy. He'll let this go towards the end zone. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Brandon Ayuk. Touchdown, San Francisco. Beautiful play on the move out of the pocket to his left. And he finds the end zone for the touchdown. What a play, Greg.
It really was. And how often do we see quarterbacks that really are trying to make a play, throw the ball into maybe a crowd, throw it into tight coverage, especially down here in the red zone? You have to protect the ball and make great choices, and he keeps that one alive, and it pays off.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10.
Warriors 70.
They'll motion their tight end Johnson. Back to throw here to begin the drive. He'll find Hall out of the backfield.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Here's 2nd and 2.
Ready.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. He'll get this into the hands of his running back. It'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line.
This is a great example, Mike, of just how effective it is when you're efficient on early downs throwing the ball. I mean, when you can pick up 1st downs without getting the 3rd down, as the game unfolds, things just get easier and easier. Take what the defense is giving you. Don't force the ball downfield. But when you can stay ahead of the chains without having to get to 3rd and have it plays, that's when an offense is really firing.
They'll look to throw again. He'll take a shot here, back of the end zone. That one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up 3rd down.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner. The next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
Come on. Set.
On 3rd down, here's Hall. Out comes Riley Patterson to try the field goal. This from an even 50 yards out. And that one not going to have enough leg behind it. Not by a long shot. It is no good. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. And that one just kept getting worse and worse until finally they bring him down.
Let's give credit where credit's due. Defensively, finding yourself down by this much at this stage of the game, they could just pack it in. They could say, all right, this one's over. We're moving on to next week. They're continuing to play hard. They're continuing to get after the quarterback, and nice start to this drive.
That's caught! And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 75 yards. Touchdown, San Francisco. Now, the extra point. It's up and good. And the 49ers will stake themselves to a 21-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Let's go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's complete. It's Malik Neighbors. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Ready.
Play clock nearly expires as they set up to throw. And he's going to have the 1st down as he gets out of bounds, and he stopped the clock as well.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
John Runyon, the guilty party.
Here we go, here we go. Hup.
Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down.
As this offense continues to put anything together and score some points, they need to just take a step back. Then you say, okay, we've struggled here in the first half putting points on the scoreboard. Don't worry about chasing points. Let's chase 1st downs. Let's chase completions. Just start building something small. And oftentimes when you take that approach, it snowballs, and next thing you know, you find your groove.
He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Open man, left side, he's got it. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. Now a timeout, Giants. That is their 2nd. As the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go until halftime.
60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats. Hey. Buffalo 18. Ready, ready.
Back to the air one more time. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Shut up. Go.
They'll look to throw yet again. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one,
that's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Jair Brown. And the Niners are going to have it at their own 32-yard line.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, They force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
21, Giants nothing.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. They get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
On the set.
First and 10.
Here we go. Set.
Shotgun snap to Purdy. That's Ayuk with it on the left side. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
Really nice throw downfield on that conversion. Brings up a new set of downs. And defensively, Mike, this feels like desperation mode. If you allow them to finish this drive with a touchdown, this game feels all but over.
And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. On the give, it's McCaffrey. And he works past the 40, taken down after a gain of 7. So they go backwards on first down. Here's 2nd and 13. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
He'll try to run for it.
And that's a great job defensively here on third down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn it to a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
Now a fair catch, and it's going to be a long field. They'll take over right about their own 13. The drive begins with a run, and it's all. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Running back looked a little unsure of himself on that carry there, Mike. You have to think back to that fumble earlier in the game. How much is that still weighing on his mind? He didn't really seem to attack that hole like we've seen in the past. He gets stopped for no gain.
And he'll be marked down at the 15-yard line.
What can I say, Mike? Good things happen when you get the ball to your tight end, but in all seriousness, think about what this guy has to handle in the passing game. Not only to be the possession guy, convert first downs underneath, but then have the ability to be the matchup to get downfield and be vertical in the passing game. There's not a lot of tight ends around the league that can do both, and when you have them, I don't blame the quarterback for looking his way.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
19 Lions. Set.
He'll look to throw. And he can't get away. Down he goes, back to the 16.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again. You're one big defensive play from changing everything about this drive, and what once looked like a promising drive, following that sack, looks a little bit different now.
Malik Neighbors, the intended receiver. And it's going to be 4th down. Out comes Riley Patterson to try the field goal. He'd missed twice already, but this one goes through. And the Giants cut 3 off the lead, but they still face a sizable deficit. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Now, this is going to be returned from deep in the end zone. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive.
Let's go now. Let's go.
The drive starts with a carry by McCaffrey. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Over the middle to Ayuk, complete. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
Here we go. Set.
They run straight ahead with McCaffrey. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here, they got the lead. We're in the second half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile up yards now in the second half and close this game out? All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel in. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
Now, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
2nd and 7.
Let's go.
From the gun, it's Purdy. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
They'll try to run for it with McCaffrey.
It's too early at this point, Mike, to really start thinking about the clock. You definitely don't want to go into a shell. But now this is the point in the game where having a good ground game really starts to take over. You throw to get the lead, but man, once you get it, that ground game, that's what finishes the game off.
And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8.
Go.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. A throw on the move is caught. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here's a 3rd down and 4. He'll drop to throw. To the goal line and in. Touchdown, 49ers. And that touchdown probably, Greg, ends any small hopes of a comeback on the other side.
Yeah, and I think those chances, Mike, were small to begin with, but with that last score, I think this one is pretty much over.
Next to score, Niners 28, Giants 3. Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
Let's go now.
We're going to start this drive on the ground. It's Hall. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground, and a big reason they find themselves trailing, and another loss of yards.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
Ready. Nike, 18.
Now someone up front moves early. Can't continue to make these mistakes if you're trying to mount a big comeback.
Here we go, set. Ready.
Back to throw. He's going to air this one out looking for Cooper. And he'll be out of bounds, but they move it down to the 25-yard line. A big-time play out of the G-men. It covers 51 yards.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. And that is incomplete.
Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there, or just simple underneath layups.
That is hot. What a throw. Malik Neighbors. Touchdown, New York. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least it'll pay off with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
Riley Patterson now to add the extra point. It's up and through. And the Giants are able to cut into the deficit. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll run with McCaffrey to start this drive. And he works his way through an opening. Up past the 35. Nice run for 8 on that one.
Let's go.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. The connection made to Ayuk. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. Here's 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's McCaffrey. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. Now they'll set up to throw. The throw on the run is complete. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7. Running left, it's McCaffrey. And a strong first down run, a pickup of 9, setting up second and short. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete. Brandon Ayuk, the intended receiver there. Now it's going to be third down. Here's McCaffrey. And he's going to have a 49ers first down. They get 5 on 3rd and 1.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down. Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a first down. Now whistles here, and a penalty. I think somebody moved early up front.
Got it. Ready?
They'll look to throw. A short one there, caught by Kittle.
The drag route. We used to say this is day 1 install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
They face 2nd down and 7. On the counter, it's McCaffrey. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's 3rd down.
Let's go.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They've got him back at the 10.
This is what you don't want to see out of your quarterback. As that pocket starts to collapse, the good ones, they can keep their eyes downfield and feel the rush. They don't need to see the rush. Here, his eyes go down. He starts moving around the pocket. Nowhere to go with the ball, and they bring him down for a sack.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Andrew Phillips.
They'll take over the 1st and 10 after 46 yards.